What up, everybody? Welcome back to Henshin. We are the YouTubers guys. I am Jared.
And I'm Mike.
And this edition for Henshin Talk, we have from Crimson Vision Studios, the Red Wind Ninja. A lot of ninjas in this franchise. Colin K. Bass.
What's up, guys? Thank you for having me. Happy to be here.
Thank you for taking the time out.
Honor. Well, what? Well, no, Mike, you have more of the questions than I do. I'm okay.
Well, yeah. Before we start the questions, be sure to like, comment, subscribe.
Oh. Right. Be sure you guys go follow Colin everywhere, all his social media, and be sure to give this video a like, share, subscribe, the little bell icon, go live, follow all of our social media and Twitch.
Basically, love us.
All right, Mark.
So, what inspired you to create Shattered Past?
Well, Shattered Past is, I like to call, a happy accident. So we were already working on First Ninja, and we had a weekend to come up to Big Bear, where I am right now, to film episode 2. But ironically enough, our Ninja Storm series was stormed out. There was a snowstorm, so we couldn't come up and film it. And we were doing a video for Nerdiest Brands, and they needed some Power Ranger content. So the night before we canceled everything for First Ninja because of the storm, I came up with the idea of what if the Omega Ranger had to go back in time and stop Draken? And I just so happened to have the Omega Morpher anyway, so I literally made it up the night before we went out and filmed episode 2. It was just a big happy accident.
Wow.
Amazing.
So my next question is, how is it working with William?
Oh, William's the best, man. When I first worked with him, I was being very professional and I didn't want to scare him off or anything. And then it was to my birthday, and we just started hanging out more. And now we're just really good friends that do a lot of projects together, and even game nights and stuff. And he's one of my best friends. So I love working with him, and I love hanging out with him. And I'm very blessed that we came together, and we were both kind of Red Ninja Rangers. So it just made everything come together for Rise.
Yeah,
it worked out in many ways. What started Crimson Vision Studios itself?
Okay, so I was in college back in 2012, and I had started working for this comic book company, and they wanted us to start doing some digital media. And I didn't know anything about digital media. I've always been kind of creative, but I don't know cameras or anything. My neighbor Sean had been going to school for video, and so we just made a really bad first superhero video for this comic book company that we worked for. It was awful. It's deleted off the internet. You can't find it.
Yeah.
And we're we go to release it, and we're like, hey, we need a name. And then we're bouncing names off each other. And Crimson Vision Studios was born. And we've done everything from original content to music videos to fan films to press coverage. And we only really got eyes on us because of Power Rangers.
Wow. Cause I'll be honest with you, I'm trying to do a fan film, but I don't know jack squat about
anything.
The ideas and stuff it's there, but it's just I don't know jack squat about digital film, about the filming and all that.
Yeah, it's all about who you know, and then when you get a little bit of success, more people want to get involved, and then it's just kind of snowballs from there. But yeah, it started with just me and Sean, and then we've branched out to other companies, and now we have this really great team.
Yeah. Apparently, my son loves my Red Wind Morpher.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, he loves this thing. Okay. Now, speaking of Ninja Storm, what inspired you to come up with the concept for First Ninja?
Well, I was at Power Morphicon 2018, and I went to the fan film panel, and I saw Unworthy, and I was just blown away, and I got super inspired. But at the same time, I was like, I don't really want to do the spandex and rubber monsters thing, because I always thought there's so much more to Power Rangers than that. Then I'm in this room at like this hotel after party. I'm just like brainstorming. What can we do that's like more my style, and I don't have to, get 6 Ranger helmets and suits and everything like that. I just wanted to start right now, and I figure if I have a good idea, I can work to the Ranger aspect of it all. Then I was like, okay, we never really know how the Wind Ninja Academy started. What if it's a prequel to Ninja Storm? Then we have ninjas, elements, we build the school, and then we lead up to Power Rangers. Then I was like, well, what about the the Alien Rangers? Those guys were kind of ninja. What if them and Ninja are connected to Ninja Storm? We just never knew because it all happened before Ninja Storm. It all happened in my head at once. And then so I stopped the party and I go, it's full of like Power Ranger fans, people in costumes, everything. And I pitched that idea. What about a Ninja Storm prequel that explains the beginning of the Wind Ninja Academy? And everyone's like, hell yeah, I love that. Let's do it. I literally get on my phone, type like 9 huge text messages to Sean, and I'm like, yo, we got to do this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to be the first Red Wind Ranger, first Air Elemental, and the rest is history, man.
Wow. So I have something to ask. What if, because I saw on the Morphin Network, you and Colin talking.
Me and my son? Yeah, that was awesome, dude. That was so cool.
So my little thing, what if the father meets the son, and then the son and then it goes down like father, son, grandson.
Yeah, well, I mean, there is the time scroll. I always have that in my back pocket if I can get a Ninja Storm cameo. I remember during the interview yesterday, Glenn was like, I'd like to imagine that Dustin settled down with Kelly, maybe had a kid, he's still teaching ninja school. And I was like, hey, it could be my grandson. You never know.
Yeah, what if he ended up like his grandfather?
Yeah, like make me a grandpa, and I don't know what element my grandson would be, but it'd be cool regardless.
Yep.
Yeah, all that came from Morphicon, and I was there just partying, not doing anything, just partying.
That's awesome too. I love con parties.
Oh man, hold on. Sorry, my son's trying to got distracted.
Your son is in the interview now.
No. Yeah. Yeah. Jared over here calls him the Zordon backbreaker.
Oh yeah, yes I do. So you went from what about Rise of the Ninja? What was filming for that like?
So it all started with Will hitting me up to meet just us one-on-one and talk about something we could do together. Because we have met at a studio session with him in ATO Worldwide, and we hit it off, and we kind of I didn't really want to push him or anything because I'm sure he gets offers all the time. But he hit me up, and we picked a middle point, and we grabbed some coffee and just kind of like spat some ideas around. And he was like, "What about like we were talking about like a Ninja Steel sequel?" And I was like, "You need a hook character though. We can't just rely on Brody. We need like a Yoda to Star Wars, And then I was like, "Oh, you know what? Ninjor would be great. Ninjor could bring all the old fans in." And he could like train you like Yoda to Luke. And then that's when it all happened. Then I was like, what should we call it? And he's like, Rise of the Ninja. And then I was like, wait, Blurred has this super dope armored Ninjor. We could do a teaser and see if anyone, cares about it. And so it all happened in that one day. And then I started writing it, sent it to Will, and then we kind of co-wrote it together. And then the first trailer went really well. And he was like, I want to do this thing for real. And I was like, well, what do you think about bringing Jackson Brooks in? He already has some fans from First Ninja, and we can figure out a way for us to work together. Mm-hmm. And he's like, I'm so down. So then 2 more teasers come out, and now we have a full episode written, ready to go, and we just got to schedule it once we're able to film it.
Well, Morphin Network, shout out to you guys. I only have Dustin Brooks.
Yeah. Let's make that canon, guys. Let's get booed.
Yeah, I'm down for that. We got one. Reversed Flash.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I totally forgot about that.
Yeah, man, that's what got my start. Really, that's when people started watching our stuff.
All right, honestly, I started watching you guys when the first Ninja when Rise of Ninja teased. I'm just like, okay, that's stuff I want to do.
Yeah. Hey, Colin, love Crimson Vision Studio.
Hey, thank you
All
very
of
much,
them.
Mega. Appreciate it.
Because because I was pitching this idea about not Ninja but Zio.
Mm,
Because you know how in the Christmas episode, Tommy had kids and everything else.
yeah.
Uh,
And there was always Soul of the Dragon too.
Yeah, I was gonna pitch that, but I'm saying, what if like a prequel, say like you know how First Ninja's prequel to Ninja Storm,
Mm-hmm.
like a prequel to before Tommy and them got the Zeo powers, not Mighty Morphin, but like a different set of Zeo Rangers.
Wow, sounds crazy, man. But that's the beauty of fan films. You can do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm. Okay, wow. How did you have Ninja Steel Brody feature on the show?
Well, I
Happenstance.
told this story a little bit earlier, but I'll tell you the short version. We basically met at a recording session for ATO when they were recording their first single, and we just hit it off, and then we met up and came up with Rise of the Ninja together, and now we're really good friends, and we're doing Solaris together too, which is an original show, and we just want to keep working together, and we're also really good friends. I think it was just good vibes and good times.
Yeah, that's mainly what it's all about.
I got this point. What got you into Power Rangers like in general?
Well, I was a 90s kid, so it's definitely Mighty Morphin.
Yeah.
Then I kind of grew out of it, but I always checked in each season just to check what it was like.
Right.
And nothing really ever grabbed me after In Space, honestly. And then Ninja Storm came out, and I was like, this show is funny. It's exciting. It's way more than just Rangers.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kept up all the way through Disney era, loved Disney era. And then at the end of RPM, Samurai lost me again, but I still check in every season. And then I'd still like any of the team up episodes or crossovers or anniversary episodes. I always watch, and the season premieres and finales. And now I'm like kind of in the world now, so I check it out periodically. But
Right.
it was really Mighty Morphin and the Ninja Storm that brought me back in.
Oh, now I got another question. So, what do you think about having the Ninjetti?
I don't want to spoil anything, but if you watch our teasers for Rise, we mentioned the Ninjetti like 3 times, and we have a returning Ranger coming back to be a Ninjetti in Rise episode 1.
Ooh.
Yeah. I have the suit. I have a confirmation from the Ranger. It's just not officially announced yet.
Now I'm excited.
Dude, bringing back real Rangers is the dopest part. I love it.
Oh,
Well, we got a question here. It's like, are you a fan of comics? So, yeah, but
I do a thing where when I write, I read the entire Wikipedia on any character or season or anything. And I did when I was writing Shattered Past. I read as far as Shattered Grid was at the time. I'm not sure how far that was, but I am a fan. I love how Boom is it's like a fan film in its own. You know, it's you can tell they're fans because they're doing these things that we've wanted to see our whole life, and they're creating new Rangers and everything. But I won't say that I go out and buy the comics or anything, but I am a fan of them, and I'll rep Boom Studios any day. I'd love to work with them.
Same here. I remember. Yeah, shout out to Boom Comic. I remember one time New York Comic Con I actually helped them out.
Cool. Yeah. My ATO, who does the theme song for Shattered Past, is working with them on some like virtual conventions. And I'm just like, get our foot in the door, dude. Let's just do a one-off comic for one of our series. Make us canon. Yeah.
Please, make canon, please.
We have a phrase with Crimson Vision. It's hashtag it's all canon, baby, because we follow so much within the
I love that.
Hold on. Now I have a question about the Reverse Flash.
Oh, ask away.
How did it feel actually putting the suit on?
Oh my gosh. The first time I suited up, like in my full head to toe gear, I felt so awesome. But it was 115 degrees. So hot. So I suit myself up in the studio. Nerdby has a studio, and I'm looking at myself in the mirror, and I'm like, I am the Reverse Flash. I have my cowl on and everything. And then our director takes us outside and goes, okay, guys, this is what it's going to feel like for hours. Can you guys handle this? And I was like already sweating. I'm like, let's do it. And so me and Flash were just in our full head to toe pleather suit, dying. And we did the first episode. But I think the coolest I felt was when we got our season 2 suit, because it's unique. It's one of a kind. And that's when I was really like, man, we're doing something special here. Like, we're doing like our own thing with a, beloved storyline. So that was probably my favorite suit up moment.
Because I see a lot of these fan films and fan series, fan webcasts and everything else. I'm just like, oh man.
Yeah. I have a question. You said really make it canon. What if there was a way to make it canon and be part of the greater universe, like Power Rangers Hyperforce? Would you ever consider that?
Yeah, I'd love that. I mean, that's kind of always been the dream. That's why I wanted to be in, Earth One, so to speak. Like Blur did an amazing job with Unworthy that inspired a bunch of fan films, but they kind of hop into different Earths to explain the differences.
Mm-hmm.
And I respect that completely. But what I wanted to do is I wanted to build on top of the timeline that we love, that we've watched since '93. So I think that we do have the possibility to make things canon because we follow the storyline so well. And even with time travel, I have a plan for everything to make it make sense. So let's say Sam saves the day. That's good. That means our timeline still exists and everything's fixed. Let's say Sam doesn't save the day. Then that's a bad timeline. Timeline Prime still exists. So we're all about having it make sense. And I'm such a stickler for details and stuff too. I think Ranger fans really enjoy the Easter eggs. And those Easter eggs are like canon fuel, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's not like how in Dragon Ball, it's like you have one universe, time travel, and like
and don't forget Crisis on Infinite Earth.
Yeah, see, I never wanted to do that. I wanted to exist within the Power Rangers we watched, so that we can get real Rangers to come back in our show. And it makes sense.
Yeah. Okay. I know this is going off topic, but have you seen the team up episode yet?
No, I've seen the clips that have gone on Instagram and stuff. Just basically, Jason doing his really quick morph, Goldar coming back, some weapons. I haven't seen it all yet.
I have a serious question. How do you feel about this quick morph?
I was so bummed. I mean, do you remember in Once a Ranger, Always a Ranger? Adam got that super like Mastodon morph. I was like, okay, I know Jason Austin St. John is not in the same shape as he was when he was a teen, but you can still like make some movie magic and make it happen and give us like a real CGI morph. Because once those started, man, like Ninja Storm really changed the game in my opinion, where everything disappears and they go CG, and those are my favorite kinds of morphs. Wrist morphers and those full CG morphs, so dope.
Oh, I love wrist morphers.
This is why I keep saying Hasbro messed up. They should have just said, "Hey, they have the Japanese footage. Just repurpose the Japanese footage, which repurpose the Once a Ranger footage, basically."
Yeah, agreed.
Hasbro, next time you do a reunion or team-up episode, take notes.
For sure. Yeah.
Just watch all the fan films. They do a hell of a better job.
I think they have their eyes on us, and they're just kind of like, ooh, free publicity. Because when Glenn was on yesterday, he was like, I've noticed a surge of fan films ever since, we like Hasbro got involved, or Power Morphicon last year. And then that's kind of like motivated him to get back out there, I think. Like he kind of denied the Power Rangers aspect of his life for a while. And then when he did Ranger Stop in Orlando, I think. And he was like, oh, this is amazing. I'm going to rep this, So it's all fans that are really driving it. Maybe more than Hasbro is. You never know.
Yeah.
Well, you've been to many conventions. What do you like? How does it feel when you get noticed at the convention?
It's the best, man. It's not even like an attention thing. It's like I love the fact that these people love what I do. You have to imagine I write everything we do. I'm usually one of the leads, and everyone in my real life, like Colin Bass's life, they don't watch what I do. They go, how's the Power Ranger thing? They're not really into what I'm into, like at work or my buddy, like my friends.
Right.
My only my film friends really get it, and they're usually in the episodes with me. So going to cons and people asking for pictures or autographs or recognizing or going, I saw the latest episode, I love that. It was so cool. Even at Morphicon, I was getting recognized for Reverse Flash. And every time that happened, they go, when are you going to do Power Rangers? And I was like, I don't really know.
No.
Now I'm 3 series deep, and then more to come.
I mean, if you want to go back in the comics, what other comic book character would you ever do a film on?
I dove into an X-Men project. I got hired as a Havoc with a friend of mine. I really like Cyclops, but I was casted as Havoc, so I was just happy to be a part of it.
Right.
But X-Men's definitely one of my tops, my favorite from Marvel. But honestly, it's been DC and Power Rangers, and then I think Star Wars is just so. I'm wearing Star Wars. I love Star Wars, but I think there's so many amazing.
My wife is a huge.
I got a little two right here.
Man.
Yeah.
I'm working on getting her some memorabilia from there.
Yeah, I mean, I'd be down to hop in just about anything because I love acting. But me leading the charge as like the writer and the creator, I'm happy juggling with what we are now. I mean, we got the Arrow Unlimited where I play the male version of Black Canary. We got RFO. We got too many Power Ranger series and then random like gigs. So I'm happy right now, but I'd love to dive into X-Men someday.
Yeah, because I'm actually, my wife actually surprised me for like an early birthday gift. She's ordering me season 6 Green Arrow.
Yes, that's awesome. So cool.
I'm like, she's like, you can do Arrow, Green Arrow, the Flash. I'm like, I'll do Green Arrow. Green Arrow concept.
I've played Green Arrow like 4 times, I think, in different fan films or like costume commercials or something. And he's one of my favorites too. He's the blast to play.
Yeah. Now, you said earlier you're at Big Bear. What is it like there? Because I keep seeing like all these people I know going there. I'm like, I want to be there for some reason.
Oh, Big Bear's amazing. I always kind of come up here to film in the day and then party at night.
Right.
There's like these really fun bars here. And so we work in the day, party night. We do like birthdays up here. But it's beautiful. It's quiet. Everyone's really nice. There's lots of places to walk and eat and just good vibes all around. I came up here because my dad was up here with some family, and he just invited me, and I just wanted to go up here. So now I have the cabin to myself, and I'm just really happy just chilling here, not doing anything.
I cannot wait to travel back out west. I want to go to Big Bear so bad.
I gotta travel out west. I got family out west.
Yeah, try to fit in Big Bear. It's a little tiny town, but if you just plan like 2 days, 1 night, you'll have a really good time.
If it's quiet, I might actually talk to my wife about moving out there.
Yeah, here Green Arrow is underrated. It really is.
Well, you got what 9 seasons, I think.
Yeah, 8 seasons. I mean, you're very popular now.
I cried. I'm sorry. I cried. I'm cried. I cried something different than Earth. I cried throughout the entire thing.
I did on the first one, and then I knew he was coming back as Spectre, and then I didn't really cry on the second one.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he had that emotional ending, and like, yeah.
And then we still had the final episode of Arrow, and the only scene Oliver was in was a flashback, and then
next thing you know,
Yeah, hard to find seeing fan films like Shattered Path, Unworthy, Jumanji, really uplifting. Yeah, that's good. Like,
yeah,
the best part about seeing these fan films is like you get a rush of just like extreme happiness. I can say
it makes everyone happy. It makes everyone happy. And I agree with that 110%.
Thank you, guys. That makes me happy. That it can make you happy. It means a lot.
It's like these are all like Ranger fans, and it's like it like not only just uplifts them, it inspires them to want be part of it more, look into it more.
Hasbro, please make a Lightning Collection Ninja Store for. Yes.
I mean, I don't think they've done anything in Disney era yet.
Yeah. I think there was a Lightning Collection toys. They did SPD Red. I think that's it.
Yeah.
And Mega Strong also said, dude, I wish I could meet Colin at a convention.
Right back at you, Mega. I'd love to meet you too.
And we also have this one here. Your fan film reminds me of the reason why you like fan franchises like Power Rangers. Yes, that is true.
Oh yeah, that film.
Yeah, like I
I think that's one thing about that really got to me. Is like Dawson from Dawson's Creek Power Ranger. Everybody who grew up in the '90s watching both, it's like their minds was like.
yeah.
Mike, you got any more questions?
Sorry, my son's throwing a temper tantrum. Sorry about that. But I'm trying to think. Oh, what is the concept of Solaris evolution?
Solaris Evolution, yeah. So I've had this idea for years, but we've just been so swamped with fan films that we just never really dove into it.
Mm-hmm.
And Will's agent was asking, like, are you ever going to do some like original content and that we can like pitch to streaming services? And so Will hits me up because I write everything we do. And I was like, yeah, I have this idea called Solaris. He's like, tell me about it. So basically, I'll keep it brief, but the sun is exploding, right? It's dying. And then while it's exploding, all these solar flares are coming down to Earth, destroying Earth, hitting people, killing people, or giving people special sun-based powers. And so the world's going through this crazy evolution, trying to survive while the sun's dying. But at the same time, it's a countdown. And so people are getting these superpowers. Will's character gets a one-of-a-kind sun power, and it's all light-based. And basically, it's traveling through the world changing while the sun's dying, and people getting superpowers. That's all I'm going to give for now. But
Yeah.
Can't wait.
We already filmed like a really, really dope teaser. It looked like Netflix to me. It might be the most legit thing I've filmed. And
Netflix, you have one job, Netflix, one job.
Yeah, so it's with the VFX artist now. It's already all filmed. It's in post-production, and now we're just trying to build hype. So let's see what happens.
Like I said, Netflix, one job, Netflix.
Show.
Please.
I've not binged anything in a long ass time, so I'll honestly say I will binge that show if it's on Netflix.
Same here.
Binge it.
Same here.
Well, we'll need all the support we can get with this trailer we're doing. It's basically nonstop action, explains the story, and then we're going to use that to build some hype and hopefully, pitch to streaming or get investors or something. Because you can do a lot more when it's not a fan film, as you can imagine.
Yeah, that's a lot. But
Colin, would you ever want to use a monster suit in one of your films?
Yeah, I would. Those monster suits are just very expensive, so if someone had one that could cruise through, that'd be dope. Blurred had a really great monster in Ep 3 of Unworthy, the big wolf guy. And I was like, yeah, he's doing it. He's doing the big rubber monster. So yeah, I'd totally write it in. I think it'd be great to pay homage to the show we love.
Yeah. I'm trying to think. Hold on. How many Ranger actors have you worked with besides from Brody?
Let's see. Brody, I worked with Andros on Bloodline. That's a little spoiler. Sam's going to be in Bloodline. My Sam from Shattered Past. So Brody and Andros for now. Then we have one lined up with Rise. And then I've met a bunch of them through conventions and parties and stuff, but Andros and Brody for now.
Yeah, my party days are over.
I bet that kiddo won't let you.
Yeah, he's a handful of times, but gotta love him.
If you did have to select a ranger you wanted to work with the most, like top tier on your list of rangers to work, because I'm pretty sure you want to work with all of them, but
the more the merrier, for sure. Yeah. Well, after talking with Glenn yesterday, I gotta go with my son. Like, he was so cool.
Of course.
I was like, son, and he was like, yeah, you can call me son. I was like, yeah. So I gotta have a father-son moment, because I had a plan for the end of First Ninja that will explain like why Jackson's not there in Ninja Storm. Right. It'd be really great for Dustin and Jackson to have a moment together before it happens. So Glenn McMillan.
Yeah. I'll be honest with you. If I had any of the to work with, one, if he was still alive, Pua, yeah, uh, I would love to work with him. John Twee,
Oh yeah, he's awesome.
mm, JDF,
JDF's the legend for sure. Yeah.
yeah, I would definitely love to work with him on a project. Oh man, because
So you also like what other genres would you like to like delve into?
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that?
Like what did you write a lot? So you got like Solaris lined up, and I'm really excited for that. Can't wait.
Thank
But
you.
like, what other genres would you like want to delve into?
oh yeah, because I remember.
I always thought I'd do pretty good at like a romantic like show. I loved writing the storylines with Jane and Eobard.
I'm sorry.
I really liked writing the love story between Jane and Eobard in RFO, and then I have plans for the water elemental that showed up at the end of First Ninja. So Jackson and her are gonna get together, and I've always loved like writing those scenes, like because in my life I've always kind of thought about what am I gonna say to this girl? How should I say this? And when I can like put it on paper, I like put these scenarios down that I like wish that have happened or I wish had happened. So I guess something romantic. I don't know if romantic comedy or romantic sci-fi or something, but I'd love to tell a love story. I think that'd be something really fun to write.
I like myself some romantic comedy, so I'll be down to see that.
Thank you, man. Yeah, we'll see. I if anything, I sprinkle it into just about every series.
I'll be honest with you. I always thought that you would be a good thread for Scooby Doo.
Really?
Yes.
My
if
boy
you did
Dade,
another live action Scooby Doo movie.
Thank you, man. My boy Dade, who plays Landon Tate in Shattered Past, he's doing a live action Scooby Doo project, and he's Fred in it.
Wow. That is awesome. He wants to touch the computer. No.
Oh boy.
She's probably just a fan of me. She wants to talk to me. Hey.
Say hi, Andros. Say hi, Andros. He's being shy.
He's trying to hijack. He wants to be the star of this. Like, now you need me now.
Hi.
Yeah. See, that's Uncle Jared. And say hi.
You're seeing romance is really awesome. Hey. What? Okay. I'm looking over my desk. I'm looking at Maria Soldiers. Like, what is your thoughts for the upcoming Power Ranger Dino season?
Oh, I'm optimistic. I think that Hasbro learned a lot during Beast Morphers that we as Ranger fans love when past seasons are coming. So I think that Dino Fury has a lot of potential. I like the suits. I wish that their morphers didn't need the little thingies to go in. I like when the morphers do that, but I like the suits, I like the swords. Another Dino season's not really needed, but I think Hasbro is learning quick about what the fans want for sure. Right. So I got faith.
I was thinking about this like a little earlier too. If you had to choose like any from like Ranger seasons that weren't adapted into Power Rangers, like what would you want to like? Which season would you want to do as like, a fan film?
I'm not too familiar with Super Sentai, but I have always really liked the from is it Abba Ranger? The one where the White Ranger came from?
Yeah.
Is it Abba Ranger?
Abba.
Yeah, I would choose that one because I just like the suits. I'd love to see more of it.
Right.
He is very cranky today. I am sorry. What's wrong?
Oh, it's our other friend Ryan. He's like, "What's up?
What's up?
Why don't you tune in, Ryan?"
Let me see if I can get Ryan in right. Let me see if I can
Just one.
By the way, this is normal for us.
Yeah, you should see whatever you 3 months late.
I think your co-host might need a little nap.
Yeah, you guys had a nap today. I'm sorry, excuse me. Okay, Daddy's coming. Come on.
Alrighty. Yeah. Let's see. So, okay, you said you like earlier. You said like X-Men is your favorite Marvel comics. Like you said, you would want to be Cyclops.
Yes, but they made me Havoc, and I'm totally cool with that too.
I mean, I honestly haven't been keeping up with X-Men as I want to. But like, if you could turn it like, I know like 2013, 2014, they brought back like young X-Men. Like, a story around that.
Yeah, I'm not too familiar with what's going on with X-Men now either.
Oh yeah, I think I lost track after Dark Phoenix.
Yeah, I just know the cartoons and the movies, to be honest. I mean, I had the comics when I was younger, but I have no idea what's going on now. But young X-Men is always a good idea. I think an original 5, like Beast, Angel, Iceman, Cyclops,
Wolverine,
and Jean Grey. No, Wolverine wasn't in the original 5.
Jean
Grey.
You learn something new every day.
That 5 in a web series would be super dope.
Oh, would you ever do a live action anime fan film?
Yeah, I love Naruto, Full Metal, DBZ, Digimon would be dope.
Oh my god!
Yes, I was so watching Digimon. I was so watching Digimon.
Okay, well, what season of Digimon would you ever want to do?
2, because I love Davis and Vmon.
Thank you. Ryan, hey, buddy.
Hello. What is up?
Hey, what's up?
Ryan, Colin, Ryan.
Hey, yo.
Hey, what's up, Ryan?
Ryan.
Right. Well, Ryan, you know about like all like Crimson Vision stuff, like past Rising Moon, Shattered Past, Grid. Oh my god, so much
Not
Shattered.
everything, but for the most part.
Daddy duty, yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is a good chance to say wear a condom if you're not ready to cannot stress that enough. But okay, also would you ever want to do like a Megazord footage?
Yeah. We with our old VFX guy, we had some test footage of the CG Megazord, and we were gonna have like a crash landed one. It was gonna be super dope, but us and our old VFX guy split it ways. So yeah, absolutely. I mean, ideally, it'd be great to have like the
What do you want?
Yeah. I know, like I've seen like cosplays of the Megazord suits, and I'm like, that would be so cool to see.
Yeah, I would love to see that. But if anything, it'll probably be like a CG model that we can have walking.
CG model. Well, speaking of like becoming a model or a suit actor, I would like to put it for myself. Like, I would love to do just stunts in the movie, not necessarily act.
I'm sorry, I mean, I can't really hear much.
Ryan also does like martial arts and stuff. It's like
awesome.
Yeah. So what I was trying to say is, I would love to do stunts in the movie.
Oh, cool. Yeah. Where are you from?
Same as the rest of these guys over here, right on Staten Island.
Oh, cool. Okay, we're on opposite coast, but yeah, that's awesome, dude. Keep with it. I'm sure something will pan out.
Me, I did kickboxing for a little bit.
Well, for my style, what was it? It was Korean judo that I took off before.
I've just done like simple karate and wrestling. Like, have you ever taken like martial arts before?
Yeah, when I was a kid, but everything you see in the show or like in Arrow Arrow and the Ninja Turtles series I did was when I actually got like stunt training.
Ooh, that would be so cool. I would love to try that stunt training.
Me too.
Sorry, what?
Training.
I can't hear you guys.
I would love to try stunt training.
Yeah, we did it for both episodes of Arrow and for First Ninja, and then in the Ninja Turtles series we did, I was Casey Jones, and
Mm.
I had to do like 2 days worth of training, and that's really all it is. And then just being a kid karate kicking in the streets trying to look cool. So I don't really have any real training other than acting, to be honest.
Well, actually, I guess that kind of goes into my next question. Is like, what is like, how is stunt training and like, how is like acting, like training for acting, like is the process like grueling?
Acting, it's hard because we're pretty scattered from our cast and crew, so rehearsals aren't really a thing until like the day of.
Right.
Wow.
But I do a lot of mirror rehearsing where I'm looking at myself in the mirror and I'm seeing how I want to look when I say my lines. But no, it's not too hard. I mean, the funny scenes are kind of tough when you keep breaking, but it's also part of the fun. And but the stunt training they're really good at, like, they know I'm a beginner, so they put two guys, two versus one in a fight scene, and they make me look way cooler than I actually am because they're so.
Oh, now that's what I want to do.
Yeah. And but no, acting, the training for acting, it really comes from vibes with people. Like, I've written characters in where that could have been a really great character, but the vibe wasn't there. Like, there's no chemistry, and there's people that come in for one scene and the chemistry's there, and I'm like, okay, you're gonna have like a whole episode for you. So it's nothing is grueling about it with me, other than the fact that there's a lot of like fails in between the wins,
Right.
Look, at first you don't succeed, try again.
Exactly. And now we have Shattered Past is a really good core group of people that are just motivated. They share everything. They're amped to do more, always want more. They check in with me, and they're just really great. We've all become really close friends. That's not saying that Arrow or RFO or that we're not good friends or anything, but something about the Shattered Past crew is really, really, really special.
Yeah, because I remember we did the Stormy Porter Club. We had that little after party going. You, DJ.
Yeah, and I'm lucky to have DJ in both of those and Bloodline. So I love DJ in outside of acting and while we're on screen together too.
Definitely. Me personally, trying to think. See, dealing with him, I forgot my question.
What else do I got?
Ryan, do you have any questions?
No, I put in my not really question, but more like questions got answered about like how stunts work in like movies or even TV series for a fact, and then he answered that pretty well, so I'm good with that.
Okay.
Hold on, I don't think my mic's working that well.
What how was it making the costumes for the all the projects?
I don't make anything. We usually outsource for that. DJ made his costume for the Cyclone Samurai and First Ninja,
Right.
and I think he has one of the best costumes of the series. Otherwise, it's just a lot of piecing things together. And luckily, I've been doing this for a while, so I'll have like boots that will go with this or gloves that will go with that. But I honestly can't make a costume to save my life. So
trust me on
Does
that.
the gear all get heavy and stuff?
Sorry.
Give me a. I have no idea what's wrong with my mic. It was working a minute ago. Hold on, I'll be right back.
For Shattered, I'm not Shattered Past. First Ninja, you use ACG cosplay.
I'm sorry.
I said I know for First Ninja or First Ninja, you used ACG cosplay for the.
Yeah, ACG has been a great ally to us, and they just really believe in the product that they make and our shows, and I always rep them and send people to them.
All right, let's see if that works better.
Oh, that sounds better. Yeah. Almost all of our Rangers and Ninjas all use ACG cosplay, and they've been so nice.
That's where I'm actually gonna go get my uniform.
Yeah, another Air member. Welcome to the team.
Thank you.
So you earlier you said you went to school for like video and stuff. Like, I guess you've been writing for a good like 10 years, right? Or you just been writing?
No, I didn't go to school for video. I thought I was going to be a teacher. I went for communication. And, I've been writing for maybe 7 years. That's being gracious. So yeah, it's always been riding around having a budget and stuff. Like I sometimes wonder what I could do if I actually had like a big budget. Wonder how my writing would be.
Right. So you just like delved into writing to just give it a chance, or you were like?
Yeah, well, in school I always got pretty good grades on free writing. Like I wasn't a great student, but I always got pretty good grades in literature and any free writing assignments. And I remember when I'd be in trouble with my parents, I would write a letter explaining myself, and it usually like helped because I have a way with words, I guess. So when
I was the same way.
So when I delved into superheroes and writing, it was like, man, I know a bunch about superheroes, and I know how to use my words, and so that's what birthed me being the writer of all these series.
That's amazing. So I've done that. I've done that too. It's like I'd like be like the last minute of like my project. Like, oh, I guess I'll just sit there, pull something out of my ass. Like, oh, here you go. Like, oh, you did pretty good. Like, oh, yeah, I guess.
Classic. Yeah. True writer.
Yeah, because I remember for like this summer project I did back in my first year of high school. I had to. No, it was I'm sorry. It was for this program going into high school. We had to write a screenplay.
Yeah,
I don't even know. I got a A- on that. I don't even know where it is.
Cool. Good
job. I
job.
find it more hilarious because we went to the same high school, and I never had to do that.
Oh. We never went to the same high school.
I thought we did. I don't know.
I went to McKee.
Ah, see, I gotta stop partying. I have to stop partying.
I don't know, man. For all I will say, even if doing just like group projects, even if I even practice, I still get nervous every time getting up there presenting my whatever thesis or project I had to research on.
Yeah, public speaking is pretty tough. I've gotten over it because we do panels and interviews and stuff, but it's pretty scary.
Ooh, panels, jeez.
Yeah, I think it'd be my last question. Like, what was it like for your first panel, just like being up there?
My first panel. It was for a show we did called Young Justice Abduction. It was our first fan series, and I was in my Nightwing suit, and I talked way too much. I was really nervous, and
that keeps going kind of thing.
We had some technical difficulties, but in the long run, it went over pretty well. We had a packed house, and then our first RFO panel was really cool because it was a premiere. So we had a packed house at a Dave and Buster's, and then on the big screen we played episode.
Dave and Buster's. Woo.
Yeah, so it was amazing, dude. Like I felt like a real star, and everyone was like laughing when they're supposed to laugh and going when they're supposed to, and then at the end everyone applauded, and I went up and answered questions, and it was a dream come true, honestly. A real one that really freaked me out. I mean, in a good way. I showed up to this convention, NerdBot Con or something, and I walk in, and there's a giant, I don't know, 10 by 10, maybe bigger banner of me as Reverse Flash, dead center on the convention floor. And I was just like, oh my God. There's pictures of me just like freaking out over it. That was a real cool one too. And it's like all these things that we do, it's like so great that people are loving what we're doing. Like it's not for the attention or anything. It's really that they're enjoying what my version of my art. So it's just so cool that this con threw up this giant banner to rep our show. It was so cool.
That is amazing. And I can honestly say everybody who is going to watch this now or later or whenever, enjoy what you do. And I for sure enjoy. I remember when I first saw Rise of Ninja, like, when's that premiering?
Yeah, I can't wait to film Rise, dude.
I'm like, yeah, that's Rise.
Yeah.
I just sit and wait, especially Shattered Past episode 2. I've been sitting and waiting patiently. At YouTube.
Dude, Shattered Past Ep2 is done. It's done, but there's just some audio issues.
Right.
So I've seen it all the way through.
Always a little bug.
Yeah, but it's just after episode 1 did so well, like with 600,000 views, I can't release something worse, So I told our editor to like not release it. We need to redo some audio, and I don't know when it's going to be out, but it's way better than it would have been when it would have came out. So it's worth the wait, is what I'm saying.
No, patience is a virtue, and I am excited. I can't wait to see. I can't wait to see Shadow Pass. I can't wait to see Solaris.
Oh, dude, yeah.
And if you ever delve into romantic comedy, I will be buying my ticket day one.
Mm-hmm.
That's for sure.
My man.
My favorite. I'm sorry. My favorite scene from the promo from Raptor 2. Really? I had to use my rookie photo.
Yeah, I wanted Sam to be kind of a smart ass, so I wrote that scene in. And I did have like some whack hair that day, so it worked out.
It happens.
Yeah.
It happens.
Oh, not the rookie pick.
But
yes.
I think that's all the questions I've got. Mike, you got any more, or that's it?
No, I'm good.
All right, so
Awesome.
Big thank you, Colin, for being here. You guys, links will be in the description to all his stuff. Be sure to follow. Be sure to be notified whenever something is posted. And yeah, just support all his films, support all fan films, basically.
Thanks for having me on, guys. I had a blast. You guys have a great day.
And no,
great insight from you for being here for a few seconds, minutes.
Okay, what the hell? Okay.
I didn't know what yes.
I'll just say okay.
No,
All right, guys.
I'll see ya. And
You first.
Have a good one. Stay safe out there.
Yes.
Say bye-bye.
Peace.
Say bye-bye. Bye-bye. What?